advertising on LinkedIn. It's been about 12 months since I started running ads, and the ads are totally different than what I'm doing on the personal side. It was only just 90 days ago that I actually connected my personal account to my business account. Prior to that, they were totally separate. And I created my business account, I think like a couple days before I started running ads, right? So like I say that because spending a lot of effort, a lot of up an organic reputation for inbound leads on LinkedIn, and that is a on the other side of things when it comes to advertising, you don't have to build up a reputation as a company to actually make these ads effective for you. And what I'm going to do for the time today is I'm just going to kind of reiterate why LinkedIn, in my opinion, is a complete gold mine when it comes to advertising for what we sell, and that most of the industry, but I have managed to master it. And I'm going to show you how I've mastered advertising on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you the ads that I run. I'm going to show you how I target the ads. I'm going to show you like a case study of an inbound lead that came in through the ads and how I closed them. I'm going to show you all of the key metrics around my advertising. So you see exactly how much money I've spent, how much profit I've made, all of my conversion numbers, and you can see all of that. And then as we go through this, obviously, like any questions, just raise them. And then I'm also obviously going to show how like watch trading software literally automates the whole thing for me. And I don't even like finger. All I do is I just build the ad strategy, I run the ad, and then watch trading software automates everything for me. And I'm literally just responding to people that are saying, "Hey, can I buy a watch from you?" And I think that's one of the powerful things as I got into watch trading software that I realized nobody really understood about the software and how to use it. And so I built out on my own these automations, and it's something that we make available in a package for WTS clients today that you can just kind of do the same thing. So before I get started though, let me just pause there, see like, do you guys have any questions before we jump into anything that you're like particularly curious about that you want to make sure that I touch on as we get into this topic?
Eric, can you just explain to me what it means, the difference in linking your personal and business account and not?
Yeah, yeah, of course. So when you create your personal account, you obviously have a company that you say that you work for, right? And so in my experience, when I started advertising, I was, VP of sales at Lupio. And on the side, I had Timely Souls as my watch trading business. I did not say that I worked for Timely Souls on my personal LinkedIn profile. So that's what I mean by I wasn't linking it. Timely Souls literally was a company with no employees, according to LinkedIn, and it was running advertisements and it was getting leads. And I did not say that I worked for it. It was only 90 days ago that I actually updated my LinkedIn profile to say I work for Timely Souls. And in fact, I've been working for Timely Souls for 3.5 years, but it was just kind of a shadow thing on the side.
Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, I think I already linked mine, so it's on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah.
guess that's why I get the
I'll show
blowback.
you like again, kind of
Mm.
what all that looks like.
All right, thanks.
Any other questions or focus before we just jump into it?
Yeah, I guess I just, you got to it, but obviously budget-wise, I'm a little, I'm a little worried right now, but just
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let
of
us know
course.
how we can handle that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go ahead and I'll that cat out of the bag. I so for $15 a day you can advertise on LinkedIn. So it's not a significant sum, right? So you can do it on a budget. When I started advertising on LinkedIn, I started at $15 a day. I now spend about 45 to $60 a day because I've kind of cracked it and I have three ads concurrently running. That you can just start with one ad, 15 bucks a day, and you're going to get leads, right? But and then just scale it up from there. But yeah, it can be, it can be affordable, especially when you think about the type of margins that we should be making on these watches. Okay, cool. And Nick, can you can you see my screen? I shared it. So I just want to make sure um you're
Yeah,
good because I
you're
um
um,
all right, cool. All right, awesome. Sorry, I'm outside, so I'm swapping bugs here. It's just too beautiful of a night here in southern Indiana for me to be indoors. Okay, cool. So let's I'm gonna get my screen share here and I'm gonna go over to my LinkedIn here. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna kind of the obvious here, but it's just important um as we start to like level set here um on why LinkedIn, in my opinion, is like ultimate inbound advertising engine for our industry. When you compare LinkedIn to other places you can advertise, like places where you typically could advertise, Facebook, you could advertise on Google, you can advertise on Instagram, you can advertise on TikTok, and obviously you can advertise on LinkedIn. Um, the primary difference between LinkedIn and every other one of those social networks is you know exactly before the person even necessarily talks to you whether they can afford a watch or not because they are very transparent about their job title, their industry, and as a result, their wallet and what they could actually buy. And there's no other social network out there that gives you that level of transparency. And that's so important for our luxury watch industry. And I think it's like one of the greatest hacks that, again, 99.9% of other guys that do what we do just don't understand. And it's a huge competitive advantage. And it has been for me. And it can be and will be for you guys after this session today, right? So you can filter by job title, income proxy, which is basically seniority. Like anybody that's C-suite, anybody that's a managing director, anybody that's in like some type of board position or executive position in private equity, in investment banking, right? You know what their income is. You can target by industries, company sizes, geography. Like I only look at US when it comes to LinkedIn. And then you can also see like group memberships as well. You can see like other guys that are part of watch groups and all that type of stuff. And you can actually kind of point your ads to them as well. So what what I love about LinkedIn is that like when somebody converts through one of my ads on LinkedIn, I already know what this person does for a living. I already know where they live. I already know their interests, and I can connect with them in a way that makes it easy to start a conversation about them personally and then to then sell them a watch. Okay, so I'm going to go into my profile here and we'll come down and see. So this is kind of like what I was talking about, Winston, where like I'm the owner of Timely Souls. I did not have this on my profile like 90 plus days ago. I was only here with Lupio. You can choose to tie your personal account into your business account if you want, but it's completely optional. It's not going to impact the results of any type of like ads or anything like you want to run on LinkedIn by any means. So I'm just going to click into the company profile and you'll see. So I created this company and like you have to have a company profile if you want to advertise on LinkedIn. You cannot advertise from a personal account on LinkedIn. It has to be a business account. I just started this page about a year ago and I have 713 followers. I've really done very, very little content creation for it. Um, I think I've probably put out, let's see, page posts. So like my last post was 2 months ago. I just don't really do much with this page at all. And you see I got like 9 reactions to it. So I don't know. I guess that's like pretty good. Because I'm not really doing anything with it. And then this one was actually 12. I don't know, it's not too bad. Like I probably could be doing more with it, but I just don't have the time and or I don't necessarily want to prioritize it because I don't need to do much here. Like it's the paid advertising that really is driving the conversions. It's not the quality of your company page. Okay. So to actually kind of see what this looks like, you would come into your company page and you would click on advertise, and it's going to take you to what's called like the LinkedIn Ads Campaign Manager, which is this homepage. The way that you kind of get into this is you just have to add a credit card to your company profile page so that you can then kind of like open up the opportunity for advertising. But nothing's going to get charged until you actually start running an ad and you set your budget. You just have to have it on file. It's not like a subscription service just to be able to belong to like a LinkedIn advertising um, network. Okay, so this is like my homepage on my campaign manager. And I'll be honest with you that like the metrics on the ad campaign stuff on the campaign manager is not really that useful. I don't really pay attention to it because I have a better I'm going to show you guys in terms of my spend and my leads and my conversions and all that type of stuff. But it's here, and you'll see that I have like 4 active leads. This is actually not an active lead, or I'm sorry, not an active ad. A carousel ad is basically, and I tried it. It might be something I want to try again in the future, but it's like you can actually link your website to a LinkedIn ad, and you can add up to 10 products from your website to a LinkedIn ad. So somebody's scrolling through LinkedIn and they see Timely Souls and they see a photo of a watch dial. It's a carousel ad. It's like you can click right, click right, click right. And when you click on the actual photo, if you like it, it takes you to my website. What I what I didn't like is that it was like very difficult to track any type of conversions or success on it. I probably could find a way to do it, but I stopped doing it because I was having so much success with the regular ads. I just wanted money in that. But that is an option. You can do like all sorts of different ads. I just do like single image ads, and I'll show you what they look like here. So I have 4 ads that have kind of been running for the past these ads have been running probably the past 6 months. This one I just started like 6 weeks ago. This one I stopped, and this one is still running. This one's been running for probably 6 or 7 months, and this one's been running for probably almost 12 months. This was like one of my original ads that I started running. And what's really important when you think about LinkedIn advertising is that you have to think about PJ's luxury sales mastery because you want your ad to the persona that you want to attract, right? The cost seeker, the institution seeker, or the exclusivity seeker. And so I was like purposeful in the ad creation to make sure that I was speaking to the archetype that I wanted to bring in. And this is my first one. I'm going to ask you guys which archetype you think this ad speaks to. So I'll let you guys kind of read it and tell me what you think. Cost seeker, institution seeker, exclusivity seeker.
Institution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that everyone? What do you
I
guys
say
think? Cost,
institutions.
institution, institution?
Institution.
Yeah.
Same.
And why is it institution?
I say because it's a gold Daytona, and that's something I think that an institutional person would be after and seeking. It's not something.
That's actually not right. So PJ will tell us that there are guys that buy $100,000 plus watches and are cost seekers. So it's not the watch, it's the way I'm positioning the watch. So how am I
Okay.
positioning the watch that makes it
I thought it was
oriented towards an institution
As an
seeker?
investment,
Go ahead.
as an investment to hold its
Um,
value for someone.
okay. Yeah.
I would have
Winston?
said, yeah, I would have said because of the safety and the assurance of the
That's right.
buying process. Yeah.
So the definition of the institution seeker is they want safety in transaction. And it's not necessarily the investment, Andy. It's the safety of the transaction. The cost seeker wants the lowest possible price. And like we really never want to attract those people. They're the type of clients that we want to fire because they're going to waste our time. And or they're the type of leads that we delegate to someone else to handle. Yeah, so assurance, safety, predictability, reputation, intelligent buying, right? My advertisement is speaking to that persona, and that's who I want to bring into the business. And you see, this ad is I've been running this ad. I have not changed it for almost a year, and it's got a lot of reaction. And what's interesting is like I don't even read the comments. I probably should because there's probably people here that I could be prospecting to, but you know, when I have a big enough team, I might do it. I mean, look at this guy, Vernon Maguzu. He has an interesting collection,
I'd
right?
say so.
So, I mean, I don't even know who is this guy, right? Lives in La Mesa, California, right? So, I don't know. I'm probably recognizing the own gaps in my process here, but like again, I view the LinkedIn advertisements as strictly an inbound channel of deal in opportunity creation. I've not done more with it, but you see the potential here that I haven't even tapped into, but you could, right? I have 179 comments, 29 people reposted my advertisement. That's insane. And then 854 reactions. Pretty cool. All right. I'll show you this one. I stopped running this one. You'll see why when I show you my metrics. But what persona do you think this speaks to? That was who I was trying to talk to. This ad I literally specifically built for investment bankers. And I think it's a beautiful picture of the Nautilus here. And you'll see the results on this one. But again, like, pretty interesting engagement here. Here's like a Paddock fan. I mean, I'm literally just like letting these guys just not even. Here's a chief radio man, Rolex and Omega. Yeah, it's interesting, right? So that's the second one. I stopped running that one. This is the one that I replaced it with. I'm still kind of determining if, how this one's working, but I just started running this one probably 6 weeks ago, and you'll see why. Like it's only has 17 and 3 reposts are funny. People are re-advertising my advertisement. But what do you guys think about this one?
You mean as to whom it speaks to, or
Yeah. Yeah, the persona.
The watch, I would say, is the exclusive part because it's FP Journe. There's not a lot of people that have it, but the the actual LLC strategy is just a different set of people, I would feel.
Yeah, it's exactly right. We'll see how this ad performs. The FP Journe, obviously very hot brand, a lot of publicity. I was like, let me throw a beautiful FP Journe in there. But I just read a book called Tax-Free Wealth, and another guy, Solani, recommended it to me. And so I read it, and a story in the book was how it's written by this accountant guy for like ultra wealthy people, and he's like, my clients that love real estate, they create a real estate LLC that allows them to, while they're hunting for real estate, make a vacation out of it and make that vacation a write-off because they're spending enough time hunting for real estate through their LLC that every other expense around the trip becomes a write-off, and as a result is a tax efficiency play. But the purpose of the business is to build a portfolio of real estate to appreciate, right? I was like, that's fucking brilliant. What if somebody did a watch strategy? It's no different. All right, let me take that concept and put an ad around it. And I've actually had some really good conversations with guys that have come in through LinkedIn. Again, big executives at companies that see this ad, they click on it, they share their information, I call them. There was a guy I talked to actually, I think it was Thursday or Friday that came in through this ad. And he's an executive at a bank in Florida. And he was fascinated by this idea. He was like, tell me more. I literally just shared the story from the book as if it was like a client of mine. Doesn't matter, right? And he loved it. He understands legal structures. It connected with him. He's like, he's like, how do you work and all this? I'm like, I'm your advisor. You're a portfolio manager, and I'm an advisor to you that helps you get into the pieces that allows you to build this strategy. And I give you the access to the watches that you use to build your portfolio, and we build it together. I earn my money based off of the difference in what I'm able to acquire for and what I make it available to you for, and it's efficient. So yeah, like it's starting some really interesting conversations. And then my fourth ad is this one, which is this kind of a similar type of thing. This one I've been running for 6 or 7 months, maybe 6 months. And who do you think this one speaks to?
Institutional, because it says it in the words.
Institutional grade investments.
I thought the exclusivity, just because you're just in the banking bit.
It's honestly it's kind of like the last one where it's a little bit of a mix, and I'm targeting somebody. What I love about this is actually, and you guys see the data. This ad has printed me money. And what I love about it, and what you guys will see, it's actually my worst performing ad in terms of leads, but it destroys every other ad in terms of profits generated from it. Because the guys that see this ad, they get it, right? I don't have I like they're beyond the concept of like, oh, should I buy a watch? Or are watches a good idea? They're already sold on that, right? So they come to me and they're already big watch guys and they're educated because they understand inflation, they understand hedging inflation, they understand alternative assets, they understand, this idea of, beyond banking, right? And building a portfolio. And they come to me as guys with big wallets, executive positions, very interested in this idea of building like a durable portfolio of watches. And you'll see this one's gotten pretty good reactions and 28 comments, pretty good. My brother has a marvelous watch collection, right? Somebody should check in with Maria and get an intro to her brother. Yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, so you guys kind of see how the ads work. And so the way that I built these ads, I don't have any skill in digital advertising or design, right? I had my virtual assistant create these ads for me. I just sent her the picture and the copy of what I wanted it to say, and she actually designed it for me. And so this is something like you don't have to have expertise in digital ad copy, right? It's something that you can farm out to a virtual assistant. All right, so let's take a look at the results. So this is a dashboard that I had like kind of custom built for me, and you'll see that this is April 1st of 2025 through April 20th, so like a couple days ago, 2026. So this is like a year of data. This is my LinkedIn ad performance, and you'll hear that I've spent $15,000 on ads and I've generated almost $62,000 of profit, which I'm happy with. What's really interesting about this though, guys, is that I haven't won a ton of customers. I've only won 13 customers. But the thing is, these are my best customers. And these are guys that have spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars with me. And that's why every penny of that $15,000 that I spent is worth it. Because I have brought in absolute whale clients. And take a look at this. Here's the alternative asset one. I've spent $6,000 on it. I've made almost $40,000 from that ad. And I've gotten 118 leads. It's been my worst performing from a lead perspective. But if there was ever a case study of quality over quantity, it's this one. Because look at the buy the watch. The buy the watch is this one. No, hold on, where is it? This is the buy watch one. I've gotten 500, almost 600 leads on that one. But my lead to one is 0.5%. It's like way higher, like 5x this one. And I've made $6,200. Like this ad is just barely breaking even. This ad just barely breaks even for me. But I'm okay with breaking even on advertising because I'm new clients that I plan to buy from me forever.
Eric, just a quick question on that. So,
Yeah.
well, you like that first one. So you're saying you're spending 54.81 on it, and your profit is 62.28. So the two questions is how is that profit tracked? Is it gross? The gross profit from just it's pulling data from somewhere else, and if it is, just out of curiosity, right? If we look at the total number, so if we're spending 15, and we've made 61,000, and that is a gross number, what are you netting on that on average?
Yeah. So this is a net, and it's pulled from watch trading software.
Okay, so that is your net profit per that for that ad spend net from those sales because you have it linked, I'm guessing, by your leads and all that.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. So then that answers some questions. So that's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, It is very good. It is very, very. Let's see here. So
Quick question there. How is that dashboard getting its data?
yeah,
Are
I'll
you
show you.
manually inputting it or?
I'll come into watch trading software.
Okay.
So this is my. So like these are my closed deals here. You'll see like this isn't going to be like a specific one, but you'll see that so like Karen Singh bought this Planet Ocean 600 meter from me. Karen Singh came in from my website.
Okay.
So when you come down to here, you'll see like here's my purchase price. It was a broker deal. Here are all my costs that went into it. So my costs were 35.11. I sold it on April 8th for 40.97. My profit was 586. Right. So like that's
Gotcha.
the dashboard is pulling from these opportunity cards, and I
Okay.
sold it wholesale. Right.
Okay.
And then Karen Singh, if you Karen is a great example because it's like another wholesaler, but you can just kind of see what it looks like here, just very basically, right? So came in as is a one customer, came in from RWB and Facebook wholesale, right?
Mhm.
So that's how kind of the data gets pulled in. And so there's like a data stewardship part of your running your business that allows this type of data to be accurate, and so that's something that I pay like very close attention to.
Okay.
You'll see that the networking ad, which was this one here, I was losing money on this ad. So this one I've spent $4,000, and you'll see I've since stopped because it just wasn't converting. I only made $2,800 profit on this ad, so I stopped investing in it, and I put all my money back into the Watch LLC ad. I have actually, I need to make an adjustment on kind of some back data stuff to actually track the spend on this. I've probably spent like $700 on this ad. I still haven't converted any clients, but like advertising is more of a, it's more of a quarterly assessment than a monthly one, right? I'm willing to pour some money into this to see what I can get out of it. I've had a couple good conversations. It's promising. I like the concept and the idea of the advertisement. I like, and and can afford to kind of invest into it. And then the alternative assets one, as I mentioned, like 5,900 I've spent, and I've won customers from this, but these guys have been just total whales, man. And they keep buying and they keep trading stuff in, and then they keep buying more, and then they keep trading more stuff in, and it's just been it's amazing. So overall, I've generated, in this really exciting thing about this is that I have 1,200 people, and I'll show you where that is. I have 1,200 leads from LinkedIn in Watch Trading Software right now. These are all retail leads. So I'll come in here to my contacts and WTS, and you'll see I have a smart list for these guys. So the smart list is, I think it's just LinkedIn. So you'll see I have 1,209 contacts. These are all retail guys from LinkedIn. A lot of them were just created. So like just today, I had 4 people click on my ads and come in. So if we go in to look at like Dwight, let's see, he clicked on my Watch LSE ad. There we go. And he responded to me. He's like, hey, thanks for providing me this information. My interests are purely curiosity. I don't know enough to ask intelligent questions or create a Watch LLC. Great, I can help you. So I haven't even responded to that, but I will.
Eric, is
So,
the replies we're seeing in the opportunity right there where it looks like, is that being generated automatically from the
yeah, this is
yeah,
automatic. So
right. That's all.
basically, like,
Yeah.
yeah, so this email's automatic, and then you'll see, an opportunities create a form, and then a text message goes out too. And he responded immediately to the text message. You'll see he did not respond to the email. He responded to the text message right here.
Got it.
So I just added him. I added him to my pipeline. I'm going to qualify him, and I'm going to call him tomorrow and tell him more. So if we go back here to LinkedIn, and if we just go into this guy. So this guy came in from the BioWatch. So this was like the Rolex, the green John Mayer Rolex. and you'll see he's been in, I guess, on the 21st, and he's been nurtured, right? So he got the first email there, then he got the or then he got the text message, and then if they don't respond after like an hour and a half or something, then I send them another text message. I send them a copy of my buyer's guide, right? Which is basically like the classic Alex Hermosi lead magnet technique, and then he didn't respond to that, so now WTS is automatically sent another email to him. I'm not doing a thing. WTS is just automatically doing all this for me because I've pre-programmed it to do that. Okay. And what I love about this is that I now have 1,200 people that are whose data I own and who are forever going to be nurtured by me and my system about Timely Souls and about buying a watch from Timely Souls at some point in their life. And I have
So
their phone numbers and their emails. Yeah, go
is
ahead.
there like a link or an API between Watch Trading Suite and LinkedIn?
Yes, there is. So if we go to settings and integrations, you'll see right here is the LinkedIn native integration. So connect your leads from your LinkedIn lead generation ads into your CRM,
Oh wow,
and you
okay.
just connect your company page. So you'll see Timely Souls is connected here, and everything comes in.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's the brilliance. And there's a lot of like cool things that I do with this list now, because now all of these guys also get my newsletter, right? So this guy came in as an ad on LinkedIn on February 26th. He came in for the buy a watch, see our new luxury watch arrivals. He's getting he's now. He's going to get my newsletter for the rest of his life. And then I'm going live on LinkedIn tonight. Hey, come check out my show on LinkedIn, man. So I'm just like forever nurturing these guys here. And then here's a text message that he got on April 1st. Hey, Richard, need to free up some capital or want a credit on your next watch purchase? Shoot us a message with the watches you're not really wearing anymore, and we can work something out. Now, he didn't reply to that. He hasn't replied to anything, but he's getting these messages, and maybe at some point he'll reply, and maybe buy for me. I don't know, but we'll see. Let me go back to my notes here. The other thing that is really important about WTS that I also want to stress is that as I talk to these guys that come in as leads on LinkedIn, I ask every single one of them the same question. Like, what type of watches do you own, or what type of watch do you want to buy next? And depending on their answer, I'll tag them by watch brand. So if anybody ever says they like Hublot or buys a Hublot from me, I'm going to tag their account Hublot. So you'll see here, this guy has a tag for Hublot. So I can create targeted messaging by SMS and email to market all my Hublot inventory to Brad Richards. I'll show you a real example of this. Ulysse Den, maybe? I think we did this one recently. Let's see. No. Let me go to Rolex. I know we did Rolex. Rolex is here. All right. So like Rolex, here's one we did on Rolex yesterday. Nicola, I know Nicola actually from LinkedIn. She came in from LinkedIn. And because she's tagged with Rolex, we sent out this message and it actually, I don't think it went to her because she has an international phone number. It's not a great example, but just you get the idea. Where she got this message with some Rolexes that we had available. This Datejust, the Day-Date, and then the Daytona. And she got this message. All 138 of these guys got this message. We sent this message yesterday, and when we came into the office this morning, we had almost a dozen people that had responded saying they were interested in one of these watches. And this is just by asking that question, tagging them in WTS, and then just doing a literal 1-minute SMS campaign out of this tool. And that's why WTS is so powerful. When you actually like build it and set it up correctly, it just sells watches for you. And you're able to really amp this up when you're spending money on LinkedIn ads, because you're getting all of these new people into your database. And that's data that you own and you market to them, and you can sell watches to them. And WTS literally does it for you while you're sleeping. So I'll go back, I'll show you guys my Watch LLC accounts. So I have 15 leads that have come in. we'll go into like the first guy that came in, Jamie. So Jamie was my first lead that came in from the Watch LLC ad here. And you'll just kind of see like the sequence that it goes through. Here's how a Watch LLC works. So you fill out a form on LinkedIn about setting up an LLC. You know, tap to talk here. Here's a call, and then a quick follow up. Hey, you there? And then the Bahamas story. This is a story that I took from that book, and I just turned it into watches. But it's educational. It's like, hey, my buddy went to the Bahamas, shopped for watches, wrote off the whole trip. You want to learn how my clients do this? Tap to talk here. And by the way, I have all 5 Google reviews and the resident watch guy on LinkedIn. In every message, you have to be stressing your reputation because these guys don't know you. They probably think you're a scammer. Some of them forgot they even filled out that form or why they're getting a text or an email about watches. And so you always have to, A, remind them that they filled out a form, remind them of your reputation, and then make your appeal to them about why they should reply and schedule time with you. Right. And every time it's an email and a text message, it goes out at the same time. So you'll see 10:15, 10:15, email. This is my LinkedIn Live, right? So I just sent this guy a random LinkedIn Live. And then Jamie also got my newsletter in the middle of the sequence. And then the next day, he gets more messages from me about forming and Watch LLC. Another LinkedIn Live, another newsletter, watches versus gold, the hidden strategy. Here's more stuff on LinkedIn. The messages are variants in the beginning. A lot of messages from me when first fill out the form, which is again kind of like the psychology of marketing. You want to hit them quickly with a bunch of stuff, and then as you get a reaction from them, then you kind of back off a little bit, but you're still hitting them with content, and hopefully one day they'll raise their hand. And again, like the process of getting this stuff out is very simple. Like around the newsletters, around the LinkedIn Lives, it's just workflows that are built into WTS. And all of these emails and texts, I'm not sending a single one of them. WTS is doing it all for me. Okay. For the last, well, not the last section, but the next to last section, I want to show you guys like what it looks like to create an ad and just how like kind of cool it is to be able to target an ad. It takes then 10 minutes to set up an ad because I'm aware of it. When I work with guys that like buy into our sales and marketing automations package with WTS, it takes us about like 30 minutes to kind of walk through it together, and I kind of hold through the entire process. But I'll kind of give you a real quick high level of what this looks like. So we're just going to do like a quick test. We always just want to create conversion, like lead generation. There's no need to really do anything else. Like we don't need to do awareness. We don't need to do websites or engagements or videos. We just want the data is so powerful. The data is going to give us people that we can continue to market through forever. And then you just set like, when do you want to start it? And then click next. Classic. All right. So here's what's like really cool about it, right? This is where you can just search for any type of audience that you want to go after, right? So we can just go by like audience attributes. So we can go job experience. We can do job titles, job seniorities. Again, like what this means is like the ads that I'm showing you here, when I set up my audience, the audience that I'm setting up is going to see the ad. I'm paying LinkedIn money for these people to see my ad. And so you go here, it's like, I want CXO people to see my ad. I want people that own businesses to see my ad. You can go to them. Whoops, I think we already did that. So here you can go to like job titles. It gives you like examples. So like executive. Okay, so like what type of people? Yeah, CEO, sure. And then it gives you like other suggested job titles. Yeah, I want everybody with a managing director job title to see my ad. Let's go back to job experience. Let's say like we just want people that have been in that job for years, so they're established and we know they've got money. Cool. Interests and traits. So watches, I don't think I've ever even used this. It doesn't look like there's like any, let's see, watch groups. So like you can target people that are in the watch and horology club. So you guys kind of get the idea. It's very powerful to be able to target these specific people within LinkedIn, and you'll see it kind of gives you forecasted results. So like your audience size is 88 million, which is huge. LinkedIn is going to tell you that you need to spend this much money, but you just don't need to spend it. When I first started running LinkedIn ads, I had hired a coach to help me understand how to navigate it because I had never done it before. And he told me that he said, Eric, I have tested LinkedIn at a bunch of guys. We have jacked up our daily rates. We have put them to the very bottom. We saw no difference in the results. And so he's like, just spend the bare minimum because it's going to work for you. And I generally spend about the bare minimum, right? Like I spend 45 to 60 bucks a day, which is, and if I'm running 3 ads, I'm running 15 to 20 bucks a day for each of them. And over the course of a year, I have 1,200 leads and 60K plus of profit. And so what you at the bottom is it's just like, yeah, you're going to do an image like I showed there. And then here's where you set your daily budget. Here's where you just do like 15 bucks. It's going to tell you, well, actually, it used to be like, it used to say, don't, you want to spend more than that, but I guess they fixed that. It's 15 bucks. Start it.
The minimum, Eric, you're saying, is that the minimum? Or do you
It's
know?
fixed. It's
Oh, okay.
fixed. Yeah, so it won't go above that. Yeah. So like over 30 days, so, 260 to 450, I don't know why that's such a big range. It's 15 bucks a day. But yeah, like actual amount may vary, but it's on average 15 bucks. Yeah, and like you just click next and it just set up the actual image and all that type of stuff. Or we won't go through that, but you kind of get the idea. Like this is the main thing. So job titles may not be and with job seniorities, right? So some of the stuff you can't and it. You can do and job experience, right? So it's like or and attributes. So remove, close. I'll just exit without saving. Exit without saving. Okay. So the last thing that I want to show is a real quick case study. A guy that came through a LinkedIn ad and just what it looked like. So Ian Davies. Okay, so Ian Davies came in on December 17th as a LinkedIn ad for BioWatch. So he saw this ad. Go all the way to the very top. Okay, so here he is. So his first email came in on December 17th. So you'll see his lead was created at 9:38, which means he clicked his information, and I'll show you what this looks like. So like someone comes in and they click learn more, and then they fill out their information, right? Email, phone, first, last. And when they click submit, it pops over to WTS, creates a contact, and as soon as that contact is created, boom, they get my email and they get my text. So he probably hit submit at 9:38 or 9:37. Within a minute, he was hearing from me, which is critical. And you'll see here, text at 9:38, he replied at 9:39. I'm looking for a new Daytona. Cool. All right.
Yeah, that's
You'll
cool.
see, took me a little bit of time to reply, but I was like, hey, stainless, white gold, yellow gold, Panda, different dial. I need more information. He knew exactly what he wanted. I want the two-tone white face with the new 4131 movement. So 2023 or newer. Love this guy. Knows exactly what he wants. He appears ready to buy. This is the one? Yes. Okay, thanks. Yes, we have that in stock. Remember, the answer is always yes when it's a Rolex, because you can go out to any WhatsApp group or any WTA guy and within 5 minutes find the watch. So yes, I have that available. Always. We'll get you a photo and return it to the office. And the way that I position it is I don't say that, yes, I have this like ready to go and I can ship it tomorrow. I always say, hey, I've got to bring this in from my partner. And my partner and I share stock. He's somebody that I trust and I've done a lot of deals with. He's bought a lot of my inventory. We share inventory because sometimes we have new customers that have different interests. And so I never like just strictly say that I have it and I'll ship it out tomorrow because I can't, right? It's impossible because a lot of these guys are expecting that the watch will ship tomorrow. You just have to be like, no, my partner has it. He's in California. He's in North Carolina. He's in Florida. He's in New York, wherever. Trusted partner. I'm going to make a call. I'm going to get it in here, make sure everything looks good, and then I'll ship it out to you. But I always have it available. Here's the thing. Do you know very much about me and Timely Souls? No, I do not. This is the thing, right? So like where I would lose deals early in my watch trading days is it'd be like, oh, hot lead, sweet. All right. He wants a Daytona. And then from here, I would say, here's my price. You want to pay with a wire? Now, because I have like more experience, I'm like, all right, I need to make sure this guy's ready to buy from me. He knows what he wants. He could go buy it from the next guy. He could go buy it from maybe the local guy. Why should he buy from me? So this is where you kind of got to like to slow down a little bit to make sure you close the deal. Do you know very much about me and Timely Souls? No, I don't. So if I had told him, hey, dude, wire me $30,000 and he doesn't know anything about me, I promise you, he probably would have ghosted me. Or maybe gone off and done his own research for 48 hours. And meanwhile, I'm like, all right, shoot, what did I say? Do I need to cut my price because I was too expensive? No, it's because he doesn't know who I am. All right. I'm looking to buy this in the next week. Can you confirm year box papers? Yes. Yeah, it's complete set, new 2025. By the way, you can learn more about me and my reputation in these areas. Here are my Google reviews. Here's my LinkedIn profile. And here's some of the commentary right on my website. Hey, Ian, I grabbed a photo of your two-tone white dial Daytona, fresh from the Rolex AD from a client of mine. So I positioned to this guy that I have a client that got it from the AD. Again, like it can be a partner, it can be a client that you have a relationship with. It's like you just have to kind of create this credible story that is just how our industry operates. But you have to make them comfortable with how the industry operates. And this is how I do it. 12 25, it's never been worn. Here's my price, 28K. I can have it to you before Christmas with a wire or a credit card payment plus 4% today, tomorrow. What questions can I answer? Thank you. I need a few days. Okay. If you need it by next week, my opinion is to make a decision by Friday. FedEx can't be relied upon in a short time frame, especially with Christmas. Should I keep this on hold for you? It's for me. I'm waiting on an international wire, then I can proceed. Oh, okay, cool. So again, like sometimes when they're like, I need a few days, it's like, yeah, I need to think about it. I'm not sure if I'm ready. He actually was ready. He needed to just wait for money to come into his account. Yes, I can. Can you do a credit card in the meantime? I was trying to get him to like do a deposit and a hold and all that stuff. Not for that amount. I really like this watch, but don't hold it if you have another one. Sure, I understand. You want to avoid the 4% fee. So then we go to the next day. Ian, it's Eric. We exchange messages on Rolex. Want to make this easy for you. Where do things stand on the funds? I closed Tuesday-ish. Okay, cool. Again, like restating my reputation. I'm a good guy. You can trust me. We be ready to lock the timepiece in when the funds hit. Once I'm ready, I will reach out immediately. Okay. Hey, it's been a few days. I haven't received the money yet. All right.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and then he gets back to me on Christmas. Hey, Happy New Year, Ian. Where do things stand on this wire? And you're interested in Daytona. So he's like kind of taking forever. What was your price? 4131 movement? Yep. To confirm, you're still considering this one? Yes. Confirmed year and manufacturer? Yep. The one I presented sold at 28. However, I have this 24 available for 25.9. And I think what happened with this was I actually money on this one than I did on this one, than the initial one. That's a good price. Can you send me the serial number? No, I can't. For the safety of the community, what other questions can I answer? Okay, I'm good. Let's do it this Wednesday. I need to move money so I can wire. I'll need your info. Thanks. I'll lock it in. Here's with shipping. Box and original papers. Yep. Can I download? Should have guessed you're in Boston, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the instructions are available online. Okay, let's do this Wednesday. I'll get the invoice out. Here's the invoice. Wire sent, confirm receipt. Yes, wire received. Thank you. Tracking. And then, he got it. Yeah. So then here's the tracking number, and here's the photo on the wrist. You got his Daytona. Took a little bit of chasing, right? He came in kind of hot December 17th. Took us to actually get him into the watch. But you just kind of gotta like be persistent. How's the Daytona? I love it. And now he's a client, and now I'm just marketing to him forever. Actually, you know what? I just realized I need to add the Rolex tag. Even add the Rolex tag here. Speaks to him. Yeah, so like that's the case study, right? I mean, that's one I think I made almost $2,000 on that broker deal, right? 100% margin because I didn't risk any money. He paid me, then I wired. And that helps pay for the ad, right?
Were you saying that was the very first one for that ad? The very first client for that ad?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
I don't
thought
think
that's
so.
okay.
This is probably the latest, one of the latest ones for that ad.
Okay.
Because it takes, I mean, you saw it here, it took 30 days. And it's actually pretty rare. Well, I wouldn't say it's rare, but I'd say it's uncommon that somebody is like giving you exactly what they want to do within the first hour of the ad going out, right?
Yeah, sure.
But it does happen, and you saw it. It does happen. Most of the guys, it's like a 60-day sales cycle with these guys when they start talking to them, right? So that's why you got to be a little patient. Some guys that start running the ads, and I'm kind of helping them. They're like, it's been running a week and I haven't closed anything. I'm like, you're not going to, right? That's just not how it works. You have to be just like the organic content. Like you got to just stay on it. You got to push through the fear that you're throwing money away because like when you do this right, it does work. And you guys see that it works, right? Like I got all the leads, got the commits, one customers. I'm paying $1,100 per customer. That's way below my average margin on these guys because almost all of these are broker deals. And so I'm risking no money on the buy side. The only putting up is the ad. And then I've got a 76% win rate when someone commits to me. Almost 10% when I'm move them from qualify to commit. So yeah.
And Eric, when it comes to these guys on LinkedIn, are you like for that particular instance, obviously you sourced it. Are you drop shipping it or are you having somebody overnight to you verifying it's good and then send it out?
Unless it's some extreme circumstance, I always have it shipped to me because I need to quality check it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Very
figured.
rarely.
I'm meaning in like I'm in a hotel. Like the closest actual FedEx is about 40 minutes from here. So again, I've done similar where like I've drop shipped a couple because know the guy, trust the guy, seen him around, I'm good with that. But I just with the LinkedIn, I'm with you. I would want to physically hold it, sure it's good, because that would I feel like that would be a worse of a nightmare.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it definitely would be. You don't risk that, obviously, because
And
these
then
guys can be big time clients,
my secondary question, just because again, I'm absolutely failing myself on my WTS subscription here. The phone number that's in there, is that linked to your actual phone or that's the number through the site?
Both, right? So the phone number, so like my phone number is okay, yeah. My phone number is 317-203-8169. That's not my personal line. That's my WTS number.
Okay.
When I text, it comes from this number. But if somebody calls me, that number forwards to my cell phone.
I got you.
That's why I say it's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta schedule a call with Peter or someone.
Yeah.
Get myself figured out.
Yeah, like honestly, just like go to the website and go to resources and software training.
Okay.
And just watch some of these videos, right? Like I have a whole training on smart listen contacts that I just went through, right? So everything that I just shared with you guys, I have videos on it. And everything I showed you about how I use email and SMS newsletters, everything is here. So like you guys have access to all this stuff through the website that I just shared with you. This is honestly like the only stuff you need to know to actually get value out of WTS is conversations, smart list contacts, newsletters, opportunities, and then payments. If you're just doing those things, you're getting value out of WTS. And it's like everything that I showed you.
Say it
So
again. Conversations, smart lists, and opportunities.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, and
Hmm.
again, if you just go to like training videos on our website
Okay.
and just go to software training, it's all here. This is the only stuff you have to know. You can do all this training in under an hour too. It's pretty quick videos. Yeah. And all right.
If I can just ask just separate question on broken a deal.
Mhm.
Have you or has anybody used like for instance, I'm just trying to broker a deal right now. It didn't come through like the LinkedIn thing, just through verbal contact. I don't have the funds now, but I know I'm also in totally early stages. And so the content's coming in. So I'm just offering to go, well, why don't we just do the Benison escrow service? So they're looking for a Rolex. So the Rolex you get set to Benison, they can automatically authenticity. And when it's done, then I mean the customer's right here in West Palm Beach too. Then they can go and check it out and pick it up and pay it there at the spot. Have you guys used that? Have you guys tried that? Or do you guys always just go the route to, hey, pay me first, and then you get some seriousness of like how serious the customers are? I mean, I guess Eric, you're further down your route, you can stand your ground better like that, right?
I mean, even personally, Winston, I haven't used them because they're kind of expensive. There are other escrow services out there that I trust that are a
Hmm.
little cheaper. And usually, what I'll do, like I just did one maybe 2 months ago. I have a client that's in Tampa that wanted a watch. So what I did is I found a watchmaker that's in Tampa who now I've actually done several deals with that came recommended from other folks, reached out to him, called him, said, "Hey, I'm going to send you a watch. Client's going to come pick up locally. Do me a favor, take a look at it. If there's an issue, call me first." And then
Okay.
schedule a time. And then he did it. It cost me $50.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
And I would say as well, Winston, for your personal reputation, your default position should always be to take the money first and
Right.
to defend that position. And I think you can defend that well with your personal profile on LinkedIn as a professional in the maritime industry
Mm.
and any type of Google reviews that you have for your business online. And I did a broker deal earlier this week, and it's a guy local here in Indiana, and he was like, "Hey, can I see the watch first and then I'll wire?" And I said, "I have to get the watch from my partner or my client. I don't know which one I said." It's like, but in order for me to get it, I have to wire money to them. And so that's why I need your funds so that I can get moving. That's just how the money flows in these deals.
Yeah.
And he actually like verbally rationalized his decision to say yes to by saying, "Okay, yep, I see your LinkedIn presence. I see your writing about watches and like you do the watch trading software thing and like I see you do LinkedIn lives. You have too much to lose to screw me." I was like, "Yeah, you're
Mm.
right. I do." And that's what we have to say. It's like I have much to lose to screw you out of this one deal. Like I have a public profile and it's just not going to happen.
All right. Well, thanks for the assurance of that. It's good to that
Yeah.
does what needs it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
Cool,
both.
guys. That concludes everything tonight. This has been a huge breakthrough for me. Ads a year ago, and I was like, let me try this, and the results speak for themselves. And you guys can do the same thing. You've got the tools. If you want some extra hand holding, like I can help you. We have like a sales and marketing automation package. But like the power of WTS, you guys just saw it, and this stuff does work. You just have to, do the right things, and I showed you what to do here, and exercise a little bit of patience. Don't get like frustrated by lack of early results, just like anything in life, right? And and it's gonna pay off for you, right, in the long run. And you kind of saw how it's worked for me tonight.
Eric, have you seen other ads? From what I've seen so far, I really haven't seen that. Maybe they are there, but I'm not like scouring LinkedIn every day to find ads necessarily. But have you seen others that other people are using? And Have you seen them? I guess.
I have seen a lot of ads because I've helped guys design them, but
Okay.
I have personally not seen them on LinkedIn because I'm not a part of their target audience, right?
There you go. That's okay. Now I get the point. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. If you're designing the ad and who to
Right.
target, I don't fall into that
I got
criteria
it.
because I'm in like the watch industry, right?
I know you and I spoke about this earlier one time. I just wanted you to comment on this real quick, if you could, about I see people listing watches for sale. In other words, their watches for sale. Here's how much it is. A typical listing you'd see anywhere. I've seen people in the group and others that I don't know that are posting. I just wanted your opinion on that. I know you and I spoke about it. I didn't know if the others in the group have heard what your opinion on that is.
I strongly discourage it because the LinkedIn algorithm strongly deprioritizes any type like self-promotion, sale postings, and
Right.
it's
Basically
just
for sale. Yeah.
it's never going to get enough eyeballs to where it would ever be a good idea, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Good to hang out tonight, guys. Look forward to continuing to engage on school, continue to get the content out there, continue to push out the comments, and I'll drop this recording into the school classroom stuff tomorrow. And let me know if you guys have any questions in the meantime, and I'll see you around.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good
Thanks.
evening.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
See you guys. Good luck.